My son asked me to teach him Java programming in 10 minutes or less. So we're going to give it a try. Here we go. Obviously, we can't teach everything about Java programming in 10 minutes or less, but we can try and teach a few concepts. And again, here we go. I have no idea how I'm going to do this. Let's see what we can do. First of all, programming, we start with a very basic idea, something that you learn from algebra. The idea is a variable. If we say in algebra, the old concept of x equals 3, and then we go and say something like 4 plus x equals, and we say solve for that equation. We say x equals 3, 4 plus x is 4 plus 3, and so the answer is 7, right? Or 7 if you're in Israel. 7, okay? And so what is x? X is a variable. It's a changeable content, changeable number. So we use this idea in programming a lot, and we will do things with x, and we will say things, and you can display them or print them and say x equals 0. Say x equals x plus 1. What's x? 2. Then if you run it again, it would be 3. And if you run it again, it would be 4, right?
I get that.
Okay. Now, Java takes this notation, this way of writing things, slightly further. And you already understand x can have a numeric value, right? Mm-hmm. Well,
can it have also a word value?
Exactly. So now we're going to give x a word value. We can say x equals, let's put some quotes here and say hello. X equals hello. How can x equal hello? That's how programming works. We call this a string, and a string just means a series of letters. Mm-hmm. Could be numbers, could be spaces, but it's not, if we say, just to explain a little further, if we say x equals 3, that is a string. It's not x equals 3. These two things are not the same.
What's the difference?
The difference is this is a string and this is not. Meaning, if I say here, watch this, x equals x plus t. X here, x is going to end up being equal to 3t. But here if I go x equals x plus t, for this value of 3, it's going to say, I have no idea what you're talking about. 3 and t can't be added. Okay, so this in this case, whenever you put it in quotes...
in quotes it adds everything else in quotes, and outside of quotes it's just numbers.
Correct. So whatever is in quotes is just a list of characters. It doesn't matter if those characters happen to be a number or a special symbol. What's a special symbol? Like an ampersand, right? That wasn't a very good ampersand.
What the heck is an
ampersand? What the heck is an ampersand? I don't remember.
You can do it.
Or an at sign, good. An at sign,
there we go.
Or an exclamation point, right? These can all be in quotes. Okay, great. So we're doing okay so far. We've got and of course, we started talking about x. And it doesn't have to be x. It could be anything. It could be t equals 3. It could be tx equals 3. Or it could be Tom equals 3. These are all variables, and they can be any length. The variable could be my calculation of numbers equals 3.
Plus 2.
Not the point. The point is that it can be, the name of the variable could be as long as you want. We used x, and obviously what we have here on the screen right now is 1, 2, 3, 4 different variables. Right? We have t, we have tx, we have Tom, and we have my calc of num.
Okay.
These are 3 different variables. 4 different variables, sorry. So a program can have as many different variables as you want, and you can name them whatever you want.
Okay.
There's a few limitations. It must start with a character.
Okay.
Right? Because if you came along and said, for example...
6 equals 9.
Yeah, exactly. 6 equals 9. The computer's going to go, what? 6 doesn't...
say T6 equals 9.
T6 equals 9 is okay. T6 equals 9 is okay. Again, a special symbol's not okay either. Exclamation point 6 equals 9. It has no idea what that is either. So a variable has to start with a character.
Okay.
Okay? But once it starts with a character, it can have any number of characters or numbers in it. Special characters maybe or maybe not.
Okay.
So it can have a dash, it can have an underline, and that's it. It can't have, it is not allowed to have a slash, or an exclamation point, or an @ sign, or
That was a
other.
terrible at sign.
Well, that's because it's a little bit of a fat marker. Okay,
Either way.
so thanks.
Neil, write a
So
bit more.
T6 is okay. T exclamation point is not.
That looks like TB, not 6.
Thank you for helping.
What? I wanted the people listening to this to know.
Okay. And T @ sign is not okay either.
When did we start?
6 minutes ago.
Okay, so that's the basic of algebra. The string.
Okay, well that was just talking about
What's
variables. So
variables
let's stop
and
here.
strings?
Let's stop here.
What's scanner?
Okay, hold on. So let's stop here on this one, and we'll start another one.